Hey everyone, boy do I have a fantastic video today. I don't show my gear, I'll explain here in a second, but I have a run here with the Prestige Solo Nightfall with Dawnblade and the Sunbracers using Brawler, and it literally is infinite grenades. I'm just have my kids with running in and out of the room, and that's why I just didn't get a chance to show my gear. I have very little opportunity to run during the day, so I got one in, and I decided that I want to run Brawler, and hey, let's try the Dawnblade. Let's do top tree for heat rises, and the other one that gives you your grenades back when you get a kill when you're in the air, and run the Sunbracers and momentum. And I'm going to run living memory hand cannon that has grave robber and Riskrunner and sins of the past, so all weapons that actually don't require physical reloading, which is kind of neat. Not necessary. Now this is not a how-to video, this is just a showcase of, hey, you don't need to use heavyweight, and this is why. So you're gonna see how much fun this looks fun. Well, it is fun, and it's just non-stop grenades, and I'll point out a few things along the way here. So again, this is not a how-to do the level. There's lots of videos out there. I have a few already done this week. So to run this sort of setup, you're going to want to pay attention to when your melee is charged. So whenever your melee is charged, melee, you're going to get 5 seconds because you have the Sunbracers. They got the big buff there ever since the June update. So you get 5 seconds of, like, you probably have 5-6 grenades. You know, you have one all ready to go, and then you throw it. Your melee, you're going to get 5 more because you have 5 seconds, and you can just throw and throw. So as you see, I have my melee back already, and that's because I'm jumping in the air every time there's a kill. I'm in the air as much as I possibly can. Oh, grenades are back, melee's back. I just farmed heavy instantly. Now I almost go down here, so I had to go get momentum, so I was like, I'll just chase him and throw a grenade into that rock. Alright, so in order to get your Brawler mod to proc to get your melee back, because that's what Brawler is, it gives you a melee buff and a melee charge buff. Well, you'll have to be running. You'll have to have momentum procced in order to get that melee quick charge time activated. So if you're just standing there, your melee is going to charge at normal rate. But if you're running, it's going to supercharge. So also the other thing is, to run this kind of class, you don't get any health regen for doing anything, so you'll literally need to be have quick reactions just to try and keep yourself alive, but yet be aggressive and enjoy what the Dawnblade guy can do. So as soon as you get your melee, just start throwing them. It doesn't matter where you throw them, if you miss or hit or whatever, it doesn't matter, because look, I got the melee charge back, so all I got to do is just melee another thing. And I'm just continuously running around. And so I was just touching on about being quick. Well, if I was to give any advice on running any solos, even on a regular Nightfall, this is still very hard. And Prestige is, you know, it's harder to run through because you take so much damage. But in order to solo these, you got to practice. You got to know the AI a bit. And the one piece of advice is you have to have fast reaction time. If you don't have fast reaction time, I call it lazy playing. If you're a lazy player and slow, you'll never get this done. It's just it's painful, and that's how I used to be. I didn't understand about being quick and playing games and that sort of thing. But so that is my one advice, is about you have to be fast. You have to play fast. You have to play fast all the time, and that way it becomes you become conditioned to be fast. You don't have to be aggressive, but you just need to be familiar with playing fast. All the top pro players, that's what they do, and that's how they do it. They play fast. They aim fast. They're jumping fast. They're juking fast. Everything's fast. Everything's hardcore. So I picked up on that, and that's how I play. Is I try and play as fast as I can. Always room for improvement. Now, I don't have the best aim, and I always miss my shots all the time. But I have other things where I'll, you know, be a little stronger at, kind of make up for it. But that's something that you can work on. It's just playing fast. This part, I was going to kill everything just for the sake of throwing more grenades for the video, but then I don't want it to be too long, so I just decided to skip across, which we all know that you can just skip that part. I almost died there. You can run, probably Sunshot would be fantastic here as well, but I just find that Riskrunner is just a hair better choice, only because the Cabal shoot arc, and you know, in the boss fight there's 3 levels, so they all pretty much shooting arc, and when you start shooting your Riskrunner while you have arc damage, it chains, and when it chains it staggers all the enemies, so you're actually able to take like 2, 3, 4 Cabal guys out of commission while everything's chaining. Your gun is automatically reloading, and there's arc shielded harpies at the end, and there may be some along this way here. I got the Vex for some reason, but anyways, I can coach you through this one. So I want to make sure I got momentum. I want my melee charged up, so I got to run to get my melee charged. I keep all the snipers alive because I'm going to melee every sniper so I can throw more grenades. Now, I don't have to, like, you can just run by all these guys, but this is like the most fun I've had in probably Destiny 2. This is like, I'm going to raid tonight with my clan, but tomorrow, if I get some time, I'm going to do this again. So that middle is really congested, so I just want to get a few more off on there just to kind of weaken them all up. Get your momentum procced, because I'm going to jump up here, and I didn't know if he would shoot me. Anyways, he did shoot me, so that's why you want to be full health and with momentum and have your melee charge. And then I'm going to get the other snipers, or at least one of them, or I can't really remember what I do. I did this earlier today. Okay, so I melee this fella. And alright, so I'm getting pounded from that guy. He's just non-stop. So I decide to take him out. Grenade this fella, because they're the dangerous ones. Like, these grenades are so powerful, and it's not the grenade mod, because there is another one. There's heavyweight, brawler, and grenades. Well, for Dawnblade, the brawler is the best choice because you're getting so many grenades with the Sunbracers. Here, grenade, rocket, super. I just want to send them. I'm not looking for big damage or anything, because I enjoy all the boss fights, and I start fooling around with him at the end. So see how it kind of chains? But I'm actually looking to use my grenades, so I don't even realize that I even meleeed there. And I could have been throwing grenades, but I didn't, because I didn't even... Now, when I meleeed, it wasn't charged, because I previously meleeed and didn't even know I did it. So I had to wait to get my melee, charge back, and now I'm going to try and melee something. Because my whole thing is, this whole run is just so I can use my grenades, and just to showcase the mod Brawler. I just find this is so much fun, so much more fun than running heavyweight, because heavyweight, really you're running it just to take out a few heads along the way and the boss fight. And it's just for people who are just trying to do the clear, and all the guys that are soloing this anyways have all soloed this from the very start, so it's not like any of us really need to run heavyweight. It makes the boss fight faster, but I like the fact that I just kind of have to earn it. And so this boss fight room, I find this room the hardest, and the secret to this room is to keep moving. Just keep moving, keep momentum going. And now I'm not really wanting to shoot the boss. I actually just want to throw grenades on him. So I just kind of weaken them up and throw grenades. See, I just keep throwing grenades, and it keeps weakening them all the time. Keep momentum procced. I keep running around the track. Punch him. You want to take those scions out. So I'm pre-grenading where I think he's going to go, and I know he's going to jump down, so I threw another one on the floor. See, he jumps down into it, but it was time for him to go. So, just waiting for the harpies to land so I can melee, and then watch for the lasers. So I'm trying to stay tight so that I'm not over there with the lasers. And okay, so now when I get to this boss room, I get going close to the end, and I'm getting so brazen with him that he kills me. He smashes the ground and sends me into the wall. So I skip the very first part and I start at the second room again, just because I thought it was a good idea to show the second room fight and this last fight again versus having to do the whole strike over. And it's not an easy 2 levels to do, so I think it was a it was good for a good orientation video of getting 2 doses of the second and the last room. So this place is, it's relatively safe, but it's not safe from grenades. So, and I'm going to kind of show how much you can expose yourself, and you have to watch for lasers. So that's when I was making sure that I wasn't going to jump into a laser. But you can run around up front and around that cylinder, and with this setup you can be pretty aggressive, because you can just start laying grenades down on the ground all around you and it'll cook. So see, as long as you're running, he's not going to really hit you unless you do that. So I start over. So this is just me starting from the first room. So I just skipped that. So I supered him in the first room. I did a rocket and a super and sent him. So now I'm doing it again. And like I'm pre-grenading where he's going to go. And keeping some enemies alive so that I can get a grenade charge. And there's like I'm I've been getting so much arc damage that, you know, you could easily Riskrunner everything down. But it's all about the grenades. It was a good melee. So now you gotta watch the lasers. Grenade the ground where he's gonna go. And then just see how I'm kind of sidestepping his melee. That's another little trick. Just sidestep the melee. Oh, I also got to say that I was talking with one of the best guys in the game, Chablo91, and he has a video of him sliding into the boss in the first room and taking him out with the Aikello shotgun, a strat that I've never seen before, and it's unbelievable. Just like, it's incredible what he does. So yeah, Chablo91, one of the best players in the game. So I almost get killed there, just being like, look how gully I am. I deserve to die for being like the way I am. But it's also a bit of a showcase on how much you can push it in this room without actually getting shot to death by the boss. And I really want my grenades, so I have to go for it. And just keep moving, keep running back and forth. I find that the lasers are a really big problem, jumping into the lasers. And then, like, if the lasers switched right now, I would have been cooked. I was so lucky there that I survived, because, you know, being gully, running up front with all the enemies. So I had to make a decision to get going. You see Icarus Dash? Save my skin. So at the end, I kind of just, I think it's here, I just want to use grenades more than anything. Because, so when you hear that, he is going to come in and charge. I didn't really get that until this run, that it was that audible sound is what you hear just before he dodges at you or he smashes at you. And when you have Icarus Dash, it really helps you get out of the way. So now I'm just waiting for a grenade charge, because I just kind of actually, I'm doing this for self-satisfaction as well, just to grenade him down. You know, no heavy. Not that I have any anyways, but so you just kind of keep moving around. I find the right side over here, that this is the safer area right here, especially when there's no other Cabal around that can drop grenades in here. But this side, he really won't push you too much. So he comes up here, but he doesn't stay long. And I should have known that, because my grenade wasn't very effective. But anyways, I popped my super only because I wanted my grenade. Because when you run top tree, if you pop your grenade, you'll get another grenade back. So that is the most fun run I've had in Destiny 2. And I don't think I'm going to be someone that's going to use heavyweight very much, because that's to me what Destiny 2 is all about. Anyways, I want to thank anybody that's watching. I really appreciate your time, and I'll try and get in a few more runs this weekend, see if we can do something cool. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.